Hello. So, hello and good afternoon, everybody inside the live trading room. Good afternoon to everyone. Hello. Lots of people today. Good afternoon. Welcome everyone inside the live trading room, and of course, a big warm welcome to everyone currently watching through the live stream channels. Today is the 6th of July 2021. My name is Maurice Rothwell, English trading coach here at TradersClub24 in Hamburg, and today we're logged in for the US market opening power hour with myself. So I think today we have a lot of new people inside the room, also viele neue Clubmitglied, so von die deutsche Bereich. Also es tut mir sehr leid, mein Deutsch ist nix so gut, aber I will try my best. Yes, Andrea. So big game tomorrow for Spain and Italy. Also a very big, that's tonight, and tomorrow is a big game, England and Denmark. So we shall see. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for joining. Lucien. Ja, auch so in Deutsch. Ich hoffe, wenn ich irgendwas sagen im Deutsch, du kannst alles verstehen, okay? Aber ja, ist schwer. So Namin, Spain and Italy is today. That's correct, Namin. Spain and Italy is today, 9 o'clock German time, so we shall get in there. Genau, Lucien. Good afternoon, Mato, as well. Thank you for joining. So Joseph, Neil, Silvio, Ali, Namin, Andreas, Alfred, Mike. Thank you all for joining, and of course to the rest of the people. It's a very early start. So we started a little early today, so ein bisschen früh angefangen. Aber wir haben sehr viel Sachen heute. So, let's get started. Thanks, dear. Hello, Alexander. Thank you for joining. Willkommen. Some power hour. So let's change over the screen and let's get started. So as always, first of all, we start off with the economic calendar. Also wie immer, erstmal anfangen mit das Wirtschaftskalender. And we're going to have a look and see what went on through the day. So also this morning, lots of high and medium impact news coming out for German, Australian dollar, lots of Euro news coming out. Also heute Morgen war schon viel, also ein bisschen Volatilität, also sehr gut für unsere Trading-Strategie hier im Power Hour. Also die internationale Strategie ist ganz anderes von das normal. Hi, Maurice and others. Good afternoon to you, Harold, as well. So today there was a lot of news for European news, German news in particular. Lots of movement this morning. Those of you who were present in the live trading room this morning, yeah, we did pretty well. So also für heute Abend haben wir, also heute Nachmittag haben wir schon auch viel news announcements. So we've got a few more news announcements over the next hour also. Over here, medium, high impact, just over the power hour, so finishing at 4. Ich hoffe, wir haben schon Volatilität heute. Also gestern war Urlaub in Amerika, so ich glaube heute Abend geht viel los im die US-Markt. So for everyone in English, yesterday was the bank holiday over in America, so we're definitely looking, or I'm hoping that there's going to be a nice bit of volatility with the fact that it wasn't open up yesterday, so we should get some of that a bigger collision this afternoon. If there's time, tell us the settings. Yes, I will do, Heinz. No worries. We will get there. No problem. No problem. Svenja, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining. Bridget, hello. Good afternoon to you too. Thank you for joining. So, let's move on. So, weiter. So, erstmal Volebox. So, heute Morgen haben wir schon 8 Trades geklappt. So 8 trades have been made this morning. Very good profit from some of them. Sind schon jetzt bei 1% profit. 1% profit already. It was very good. 8 trades made. There was a lot of movement in the DAX. Also DAX hat ein bisschen Volatilität heute Morgen. Und ja, wir haben weiter getradet. Auch im FTSE, also jetzt nicht so viel, aber haben wir immer noch ein Trade im FTSE. Also we've still got a trade in the FTSE here. I didn't close it. Ich habe das nichts geschlossen oder gehedged, weil wir sind nur im zweiten Trade. So we're just in the second trade so far. And I'm not closing it just yet. We can always hedge it and then look to reopen it tomorrow, but if it's going to go into the third trade and just stay in the box, then yeah, of course we can hedge. Also, but until then, we can leave it open until we need to hedge. Also, für alle Neue im Live Trading Raum, alle Neue im Power Hour, wir machen sehr viel Hedges in diesem Live Trading Raum. Also, das ist meine Strategie. Arbeit schon viel mit Hedge. Ich habe ganz andere Box-Settings und ja, normal wir machen ein bisschen mehr intensiv handeln und ja, natürlich ein bisschen mehr Profit dazu. Rolf, good afternoon to you too. Hello, hello, hello. So, where are we? So this is the trade that's still going in the FTSE. We'll leave that one open. We did make some other trades inside the Dow Jones this morning also. There was a little bit of movement, but mainly we've had this trade running since very early this morning, since around here. We released it at 9 o'clock, just before the opening, in fact. And we're in profit now. I'm waiting for the opening because I'm expecting the market to come down to the next big number. And this is something that we do quite often. We use the hedge, and so for an example, we get ourselves into a 4th trade hedge. Here we hedge it, then the next morning we like to release it at the opening and catch that initial movement to our take profit. Also moin moin Dennis, thank you for joining. Bridget, Maurice, thank you Bridget, and back to you. I'm still in the hedge from Friday. Yes, I'm very sorry Niels, I released it this morning, but I released it up here. I would recommend, as a daily pivot here is very resistant for the market at the moment. We can have a look at the opening. I'm expecting us to come down to here, but you can also follow in my footsteps. What's that, 20 points? But you can always release it, Niels, near this daily pivot here at the top as a sell, and I'm aiming for the bottom here. So that's my goal, and that's where I want to get out. So if you release it as a sell near that daily pivot, preferably towards here, then at least I'm going to stay in that trade until we hit that big number anyway, most likely. Yeah. Sorry, Niels. Hi, Maurice. I have a hedge release in the Dow trade. When would you recommend to release? How many trades do you have left, Ralph, in your box? Good afternoon, Eleanor. Thank you for joining. When you have I hope that you've got at least 3 trades left, Ralph. So if you have at least 3 trades, you know, es muss sagen, du weißt die Regelwerk von Carlos. Also wenn wir Hedge-Auflösung macht, dann nehmen wir die erste Volo-Box neben das Market-Öffnung. So take the first Volo box is the recommended. However, I did it this morning over here, as you can see, but we're near an all-time high up here. So look, there's an all-time high. We're not that far away from it. I'm looking to come back down. We've got a good support area right down here. This is where I'm aiming for. I want another bounce down to here before we look for another lift is the idea. It's very rangy up here, but we should see if it does come down to this big number here. I would probably look at a release as sort of two pendings around the big number, or I would look to release it with a buy at the big number and then catch sort of a rebound up, if that makes sense. Hello, Hakeem. Thank you for joining. Yes, Ralph, we will go through the settings. No worries, no worries. Joseph, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Jürgen, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining too. So, we got 8 minutes until the opening now. What I'm going to do is we're going to go through some setups, okay? I've also got a trade here on gold. For those of you that are here, we're looking for a breakup. It seems that the market is breaking up out of this head and shoulders pattern. For those of you that were here yesterday, we got a shoulder here, head and shoulder here again, and it's breaking up. It's also following this this downward trend line from the top. So we can see right here where it bounces off that same trend. From the other side once it broke out of it over here. So we could be looking for another one. I just put a MTX trade in there and then flipped it around. So I put the 2.5% profit up here versus 0.25% loss or 0.5% loss over here. I'm looking to catch that on a nice long trade. In terms of MTX, two amazing MTX trades here from New Zealand dollar, US dollar today, both sells and both amazing in profit. In terms of gold, no MTX signals so far today. Ich weiß, was alle denkt, also was macht ihn mit MTX im Gold und Neuseeland Dollar und US Dollar. Ja, wir handeln ganz anderes im Power Hour. So, Joachim, thank you for joining. Good afternoon. Peter, thank you for joining. Thank you. Good afternoon. And Dieter, good afternoon. Thank you for joining too. So we're going to go through. There's no signals on the MTX charts. Daily, lots of signals. And this is where we put the gold in. There was a signal right here, huge jump up. We used that gold. And I know it's not a real signal here yet. It's not blue. But we are looking to catch that on the upside either way. Okay. It's there it is. So let's move forward. So Nasdaq. So for GBE, US Tech, wir haben hier ein Vola, one Vola here, which we can only set as a pending. Und hier oben, also kommen wir raus, bisschen, wir können hier gucken. Also ich glaube, das ist All-Time High da. Oh, ja, das ist 100% All-Time High. So, mit All-Time High there, was machen wir? Ich glaube, wir können hier, I think what we can do is we can come over to this one, and actually what we could probably do is set an offset trade like so. I'm treating this Fibonacci line here as a support resistance line. It was previous resistance. I'm looking to see a retracement down from here down towards the bottom. So we've got 12 points. We need 24, which is just over there. It will take us directly inside of our Vola box here. So that's the first trade of the afternoon. DAX, no trades in DAX afternoon. We already have our hedge release here in the Dow Jones, which was from Friday. Christian, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. And Armin, thank you also for joining. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So there's not a lot that we can do so far today. We can set up a little vola box in gold. So there's a vola box chance here in gold, but mainly what we can also do here in the Dow Jones. I've got my open range breakout chart here. I just use it for those pending orders at the big numbers when I'm not using the vola box. So I think the market will be coming down towards this big number, so 34.7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a pending order at that 34.7, and I'm going to hope that we come down the chart into our take profit. Okay, so hi Haji Gigi, thank you for joining. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So yeah, if anyone doesn't understand anything, please let me know. Also wenn irgendwas ist nichts verstanden, bitte sagt mir in diesem Chatbox, und ich will das nochmal auf Deutsch sagen, when I can. Well, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the opening. Let's take one more look at the economic calendar. So 17 minutes until we get some more news, and then the rest of it is over the next half an hour towards the end of our power hour. So over these next 3 minutes, Ralph, settings. Okay, so settings for all the markets at the moment. I always have the same große percentage as a risk percentage and target percentage. Always the same, never changes. Yeah, 0,076 target, 0,038 risk. What's going on here? Triggered another, no. Aha, so we got into a box somewhere. We'll get back to that in just a moment. And they're all the same. So these are the same. It's just the box size that changes. So US Tech, my spreads might also be a little different from GBE. So like gold, I have 20, DAX, I have 80, UK 100 over here. US Tech is 90, and over here is 250 on the Dow Jones. So remember to take into consideration the spreads. But apart from that, we have on the NASDAQ 12 points, 12 points, DAX 12.5 or 12.5, Dow Jones 20, FTSE is here, it's 9.44. That was just due to that vola box, but normally it's 8, and on gold 1.8. Yeah. So I hope that's okay for you. And we've got 1 minute left until the opening. I'm going to go over to my hedge release page here, because this is the main trade that I want to keep an eye on and see it come into profit. We've already hit that 1% profit today, so our daily target is 0.5%. So mein Tagesziel ist immer 0,5% bis 1% Profit pro Tag, und ja, wir schaffen das. So wir haben das schon geschafft. So we got 8 trades done, 3 active, 3 pending, 1% schon. Aber kommt mir dazu. But please, before anyone copies the trades from me or my settings, please be aware it is very aggressive compared to the rest. So there goes the opening. So a bit of a shaky start on that first candle, and we'll see if we're going to be breaking up through the charts. And it seems like we're getting a reversal back towards the all-time high. Oh, turn the Einsteig on. So we want to go in for the next trade. We're in the 7th trade. We've got more than enough space to go through. Let me just have a look over here at the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq in 2nd trade also going long, and gold also long. So here we are on the Dow Jones. We're waiting for the market to move. Moin Moin Hans aus Hamburg. Moin Moin Hans aus Munich. So, a little slow. Guck mal hier. Nasdaq is going for it. And this Nasdaq, what we can do is probably close this vola box here. And we can go and set up this big number instead. New all-time high. This is new grounds, new all-time highs here for the Nasdaq. And here comes the Dow Jones. So for those of you that still have a hedge, remember the big number here is a good entry point once we break past this fib. So once we get past that fib, right down to the big number here is where we want to be going, where we're aiming for. So while we wait for that to come down, and so close, so very close. Just not close enough. And is it gonna come back down? So gold. Aha. So Nasdaq is still rising. So Ralph A. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. So still waiting for this to come down, as this is where our next trade is placed over here on our open range breakout chart. They're looking very messy with all of the order lines, but no worries, no worries. So there comes the exit, and there it is. So that is very, very nice trade. Took the whole day to get there, but we got there in the end. We can actually pull that one up. That last trade there. Once again, let me pull that one up. Symbol. Yeah, so there it is. Took the whole day to get there. That was the entry point, and we waited the whole day to get there, and we got there in the end. So I'm happy. Very, very good indeed. Wow, lots of lines. Turn that one off. Horizontal line. We'll leave the horizontal lines in. Trend line. Whatever. So let's go over to the next trades. Where are we at with the Nasdaq? Nasdaq is still currently on the way up. Gold is also on the rise. So we're quite far away from our take profit on that daily trade up here. And there's the stop loss on that daily trade just below this support line, which I've mapped out. Just to talk through with the newcomers. So this is the gold on the daily chart. Basically, we've been keeping an eye on gold in the power hour for the last few months now, or since forever really. And basically, we've been following it down ever since it peaked up at the 2000. And it's come down, and we were predicting we were going to receive a pullback from the 1800. Initially, we actually lost the trade here. We had a sell placed and take profit placed, stop loss placed here, take profit placed back down towards the 1700. and as you can see, we broke all the way up. We've been waiting exactly for these. So you see, every time we get that climb, we get this sharp drop, sharp drop, sharp drop, drop, sharp drop, sharp drop again, and then we continue to climb, but we never got the sharp drop. And then once it hit here, we saw the first sign of it dropping, and we all put a big sell on with the MTX, and yeah, very profitable there. And it's coming back through now. So lots of chart analysis here with gold. Got the trend line coming through here. We can see how it's broken through that trend line just over here, and we can see where it's rebounded and retested that same trend line twice over here with the head and shoulders pattern inside it. So just to confirm that chart analysis even further, very, very good opportunities there in gold at the moment. Maybe even another buy signal here on the MTX about to show up in the next 3 minutes. Perfect setup here. Very nice candle. We're away from the daily pivot. It can only go up. So as long as we get this close outside here, we're going to get a very, very nice buy signal from gold on the MTX. We can also take that one if we wanted as well. So Nasdaq still up on its way out. So this is new all-time highs here, so it's unprecedented. We don't know where there's, we're away from all of the Fibonacci retracement fibs. This is just all new ground for us. We don't know where the next layer of resistance is going to be. Most likely it will be at that big number, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah. So over here it seems, so we're actually coming down now on the FTSE. So we're coming into profit, no need to hedge as long as it comes down. Why not? This has actually been open since this morning. We came into the first trade, second trade, and we've been in that second trade all day long up until now, where we get that third. And we're now in a small profit. So we can wait for that if it comes into profit. Why not? Why not? So there's our next trade, also closed on the Dow Jones there. So what we can do is probably set up this big number, come back over here, set that big number up. So very nice drop there on the Dow Jones. Could have even extended that take profit further if we wanted to. Would have been a very, very big take profit. But hey, we're happy. Be happy with the profits that we have and that they're not losses. Just to do a quick recap. So 2.9%, 10 trades closed, 840 euros. Not a normal day. Please don't get it confused. This is a yeah, only because of the hedge releases. So no signal there on gold. It's not going to come through. Nope. No signal. No signal. We're coming into trade number 3 now on gold. Thank you. So let's go back and take a look. Still floating, floating, floating. that's pretty much all that we have in terms of trades at the moment. We've got the gold trade here, third trade in the Vola box, currently short. We also have our long positions in gold. We have long position second trade in the Nasdaq, in our freestyle trade here, pending order. Dow Jones is still going strong, very heavy candles, still putting on that pressure. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Wenn ihr Fragen habt. Good afternoon, Silvio. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Not a nice candle to see on gold when we're currently long, but it's okay. We got our take profit for the Vola box trade here in gold. No, not to worry. And here comes the FTSE trade. Ich kann das manuell schließen, aber kann auch warten. So 14 minutes until we're due to get some movement in the markets. We just had some news release now, so should also put some movement into the market, I would have thought. We're coming in for trade number 2 now. Oh, number 3. Nicole, ich handle keine Währungen. Nein. So, no warnings. Habe ich hier meinen Stop-Loss da und da, aber ja, ich trade nicht so viele. Also hier, ich hab nur 5 Markt, was ich trade jeden Tag. Also Gold, Nasdaq, DAX, Dow Jones, FTSE und DAX. Ja, das war's. Sind nur diese 5 Markt, was ich jeden Tag handle. So, dass ja, ich habe nicht so viel. Also ich habe Nasdaq, zweimal Nasdaq, weil ich habe kein anderer Nasdaq und DAX, Dow Jones und FTSE habe ich nochmal hier mit Open Range Breakout. So, hier habe ich mein Morgentrades und dann nach das erste Trade morgens kommt Volebox dazu. Und dann trade ich normalerweise nur Voleboxes. Aber wann, also wie hier, ja, ich muss hier ein Big Number hier machen, aber weiß ich nicht, will das hochkommen oder runtergehen. Dann, okay, dann komme ich auf diesem Chart und dann mache ich die nächste Pending. Also brauche ich keine Warnungen, Warnings oder ich weiß, was passiert hier im MT4. Und dann, wenn ich nichts wissen, kann ich hier gucken, okay, ja, ich habe 4 Trades im Läuft und 2 Pending. Ach, okay, wo sind diese 4 Trades? Komme ich hier? Nein, 1, 2, 3 und 4. Und dann ich weiß, okay, das war's. So brauchen wir nicht so viele Markt und Traden. Ist besser, wenn wir fokussieren nur im 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bis 5 Markt. So fokussieren und dann wissen wir, was passiert immer. Aber nur für dich eine Nasaki. Ah, Nasdaq. I had to translate it, Akim. Einen Nasdaq. Ja, also wir brauchen nur einen Nasdaq, aber ja, also das Open Range Breakout im Nasdaq brauchen wir nichts. Also das macht keinen Sinn. Wir traden keinen Nasdaq morgens. Also Nasdaq ist nur Nachmittag im US-Markt Eröffnung. Also das gleiche hier mit Gold habe ich ein Gold hier mit Vola, habe ich auch Vola hier, aber nur zum Daily Chart sehen, so im Blick. Und dann habe ich noch Gold hier im MTX. Ich habe MTX, US, Neuseeland Dollar, US-Dollar nur so Rumschauen. Also das ist so für mich Neuseeland Dollar is like a way to stabilize or kann das sehen, was passiert echt mit US-Dollar. Wenn wir haben Euro, so kann auch Euro zum Gold traden und Australian Dollar macht auch Gold und ja, when they find, also mehr Gold finden in Australien, dann natürlich das australische Dollar kommt höher. So this is just like an overview how the US dollar is going. Also jetzt das US Dollar is strong. because New Zealand dollar, US dollar is coming down. Yes, yes. So does that make sense? Ich brauche 10. Dann haben wir Party. Ja, so brauche ich nur diese zwei. So ein DAX Voller Box, ein DAX Open Range Breakout, ein Dow Jones Voller Box, ein Dow Jones Open Range Breakout, FTSE Voller, FTSE Open Range, Gold Voller, Gold MTX, Neuseeland Dollar MTX, Trade Radar Daily. Also nur, das ist auch nur für Gold. Also echt, ich handle viel Gold. So Dow Jones coming into profit now. Und ein Mastermind Grid System. vierten Trade here. Also here we have Nasdaq. Seems like we have our first point of resistance here. Dieses linear, this line here is the first point of resistance, it seems. Und noch 7 Minuten, 7 minutes until the next push or pull. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. So there comes trade number 5 in gold. Nummer 5. No, kein Nummer 5. Christian, gute Frage. Wie viele Trades kann ich mit meiner Einstellung machen? Also normalerweise 12. 12 auf alle. Also 12 im DAX. Hier im FTSE auch 12. So, das hat ein Trade, das ist auch 12. DAX ist auch. Also hier ist 1,5. Hier ist 1,5, aber wir machen das 8. Auch 12, also ist egal. Hier, ich kann 5 oder 8 machen, ist egal. Ja, und hier auch 12. Ist alles gleich. Alles gleich. Aber, gibt's eine Aber. Hier, normalerweise, wenn du hier Set 1 bis Set 4 hast, dann du musst nur, dein Gewinnziel ist das gleiche als deine Box. So, wenn dein Box ist 9 Punkt, dann dein Gewinnziel ist 9 Punkt, also weiter. Also hier. Aber mit meiner Einstellung kommst du das Doppel, so hier, also Aktienpunkt. So, muss länger traden. Aber für das hast du viele mehr Trades. doch. Ja, es tradet mit höherer Hebel bei Markets. Markets tradet mit 1 für 300. Also 300 hohe Hebel. Und das ist auf alle Markt. Also alles das gleiche. Christian, ne? Aber ja, komme ich dabei, jedes Trade ist ein bisschen kleiner. Also das Multiplikator ist nicht so aggressiv wie Set 1. Ja, das kommt ganz langsam. Ist nichts direkt Triple oder Quadruple, Doppel, 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 Triple. Das geht ganz langsam. Also 50% mehr jedes Mal. Oder irgendwas so. So, we're out of our trade hier im Dow Jones. So, das ist noch eine Trade schon gewonnen. Haben wir nur, wie viel? 3, oder? 1 hier, 1 da, das war's. 3. Guck mal. 1. Aha, nochmal. Futzi, Futzi, Futzi. Also, und was wir können hier machen, ist einfach hedgen mit dem dritten Trade. Also für mich dritten Trade ist nix. Also dritten Trade, normalerweise ich habe meine Golden Zone. So habe ich 12 Trades, okay? Und ich muss noch 3 oder mindestens 2 Trades weiter haben, wenn ich hedge oder wenn ich hedgen. Ja, aber das gibt hier ein Golden Zone, also das 4. Trade bis 8. oder 7. Trade sind meine Golden Zone und kann ich mein Take Profit schon weiterbringen. So, im dritten Trade, wir können hier warten, wir können auch hedgen und dann morgen kommen wir hier bei unserer Open Range Breakout und guck mal hier, bis heute Morgen, das war schon 28 Punkte. Ja, brauche ich nur 16 Punkte. Also das ist schon 10 Punkte extra. Ich kann mein Gewinnziel weiter machen. Einen Moment. So. When do you go to adjusted in Dow Jones from first trade? From first trade. Adjusted. Oh. Adjusted in the Dow Jones from the first trade. No. So, ich verstehe. No, so I will not move my take profit also. So hier. Also das erste Trade bis dritten Trade, es macht keinen Sinn, mein Gewinnziel weiterbringen. Für was? Also ich habe meine Einstellungen sind so, warum mein Tagestarget ist halbes Prozent bis 1%. Yeah. So for all of the English people in the room, new people also, Uwe, thank you for joining. We have a question. So why or do I move my take profit in the first trade or the second trade or the third trade? No. So I don't move my take profit until we hit at least the 4th trade, until the 8th trade or 9th, simply because it makes no sense. I would rather, if we're going to come out of that trade now, I would rather come out and then make a new trade, yeah, just before we pull back. Otherwise we could come up here and then we could get to here and we've pulled our take profit up there on the second trade, and then it comes back down to the vola box. We can reinvent that vola box and put another box there. Also das macht Und ich habe meine Einstellung so, warum ich muss nur 10 bis 13 Trades pro Tag machen, bis mein 1% kommen. I know my German is so terrible. So we just, if I got, the reason I came up with these settings is because these settings, I wanted to make 0.5% until 1% a day. And I wanted to make the least amount of trades. So if we went on a basis of just going out of in the first trade every time, or just coming out at our take profit, what's the minimum amount of trades we can make a day? Yeah, okay, we can make minimum 3 trades in the morning, open range breakout, Dow Jones, DAX, FTSE, and then maybe we can have a vola box on gold and maybe another one on the DAX. That's 5 trades. Then in the afternoon we have gold, DAX, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones. That's 3 trades, and then maybe if we're lucky we can get another 2 trades out. That's 10 trades. So 10 trades, then I'm near 1%. So I think it's 12 trades I need to hit my 1%. Aber egal. My first take profit is 0.5%. So mein erster Take Profit für den Tag ist 0,5%, und dann, wenn ich 0,5% komme, dann ich freue mich. Aber handle ich weiter, bis ich mein 1% bekomme. So yeah, we will trade it until that 1% comes. And then, like today, I mean, normally if I was a home trader, I would have stopped by now. But yeah, there's opportunities available. I have to trade for you guys anyway. I have to. The entertainment must go on, right? Like in Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Lucien, ciao. Zwischen 4 und 8 die Golden Zone anpassen nach 8 Trade hedgen, richtig. Genau. Perfekt, Heinz. Salut, Millie. Young. How can I see my max trades when the box is active? Wonder how this works. Good question, Jürgen. So to see your max, when the trade is open, we cannot open it, I'm afraid. So again, another reason why it's nice to have two charts open. So here I've got a gold. I can go over to this one, open it, and look at it here, right? But once the trade is open, we cannot, unfortunately, we cannot see. So how often do I lose? Oh, noch eine gute Frage, Christian. So, losing trades. I hate losing trades, but we must, especially when we're learning. Yeah, demo account, please lose as much as you can. Try to lose, and then try to find a way out of a losing situation. Yeah, there's always a way out of a losing situation. You just didn't experience it or learn how to do it. So losing trades, of course we lose, but we haven't lost for a while, I must say. The last time we lost was in February or March. Yes, we lost, and we had a bad week. We lost, I think, 3 trades in the same week. So gesamt, das war 12 oder 15%. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but I remember that we was at 23k, and das war wieder runter bis 16, glaube ich. I think 16 it was. But it didn't matter because we were still in a very good profit from the months ahead or before anyway. Yeah, we were still, yeah, it still meant that we were in 6K profit, 60% profit from November until March. So November, December, January, February, March. So 5 months. So 10%, call it 10% a month. Yeah. Okay. So here we're coming quite aggressively through the charts on the Dow Jones, coming down, coming down. So first trade in from the big number, take profit set at the Vola box. We can go and activate that Vola box straight after. Oh, very close to our original take profit there. Still no, that would have been the news actually that would have sent that down. Okay. I'm still waiting for some closures. But yeah, so not often do we lose, Christian. The thing is, I think for many new club members, old club, anyone, the biggest losing factor was the hedge feature. Yeah, it was so bad that the Traders Club were nearly going to disable the hedge feature. Yeah, and I said no, don't disable the hedge feature. The hedge is the best part, is the main part of the strategy. We need to use the hedge to our advantage. Yeah, so another reason why I wanted to incorporate it more is so people can see a lot more hedges and hedge releases. So we have a hedge every day here, more or less. So that one came out in profit, great. We do more or less every day. There's new hedges being released or being hedged. And yeah, I think it's a big benefit for you guys to see exactly, you know, when we're hedging. A lot of people, Niels, for an example, in here. I think he's still here. Niels follows along in the power hour quite often, and he sees us making these hedges. He also follows through sometimes. Same situation as I think pretty much the same as most of the international members in the power hour are following through with our all of these hedges, and it's just about practice. And if you make a mistake, don't worry, you're going to learn from the mistake, like what I did back in February, March. Had losing trades, realized what I had done wrong, learned from that mistake, and then now whenever I'm in a similar situation, I don't, you know, I just hedge, forget about it, opening, release, pull that take profit, and get out when as quick as you can. I would rather, yeah, it's very easy to say, but to put it into practice is another thing. Is something that you just have to drill into your head from losing. No worries, Heinz. Yeah, Jürgen, it would be a nice feature to have the eyes open up here, but unfortunately not. Tell you what would also be a nice feature, a pending hedge release, right? So we don't have to release it just with these 3 buttons at the time where the market is there, where we could like open the box and then we could set it anywhere in the chart and then set it like a normal pending order, but it would be a pending hedge release box. I like that idea, but the stop loss factor and use a different goal. So Stefan, stop loss factor is always the same. The only difference is that I'm able to just click and drag mine away. So I keep them there just because it's an extra safety feature if something happens. For an example, power cut, everything goes down, trades are still there, and it sort of comes down here, comes back up there, opens up the next pending order, but once that pending order is hit, there's no next one here because the Swiss box is then off, right? And then let's say that the market came down and came down, at least it's going to hit the stop loss down here and hopefully continue to fall. By the time I get the computer back on and open up the MT4, I'm going to see the market somewhere around here, and then I'm going to say, okay, wow, close that trade, we made profit. So it's always good to keep those original ones in there. If you're going to be moving it manually, it's also fine. No worries. Hedge, you are completely right. It's kind of art to deal with hedges. Yep, it's an art. It's practice. Just practice. You know, a lot. What we do, a lot of the international members in the 30-day free trial. It's not about making money. We don't aim to make good profits on the demo account in the first 30 days, because I don't want people to sit there, and it is an amazing tool, of course, but I don't want people to get too carried away and turn the 10K demo account or 5K demo account into like double in a 30 days, for an example, and then jump straight onto a live account and get into a hedge and then ask me what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's best to go through all of the extreme and worst possible scenarios, and then we're here to give you the options and give you the ideas of how you can release that. But at the end of the day, you need to make that decision for yourself. So that's why I do in the live room a lot of hedge releases, because here as trading coaches, we cannot unhedge your position, and we cannot tell you do this now, because if it goes wrong, then it's our fault. It might go right 10 times and it's great, but then the one time it goes wrong, it's us that are bad. So at least I can do it in the live room with you guys, and you can see firsthand how the releases are made. If you're also in the same releases, you're able to go the same way. And if I'm able to get out of a hedge, and you're in the same hedge and you released it the same way, there should be absolutely no reason why you shouldn't also be out of the hedge. Yeah. Thank you very much, Martin. So Hans Michael last week. Nah? You good? Both. It's full of Germans and English at the moment. I'll be there in a moment. So Hans Michael, last week lost 16%. Oof, since didn't respect the global movement of the Dow Jones during my hedge runs on and on. Oh, wow. That is a difficult one. We've all been there. I think everyone can say they've been in a situation like that before. I meant the setting in the Swiss box to use 1 to 2 or yeah, just the normal setting. So it's just 3.5. I think they're the normal. I never changed them, so they're just the usual stop loss settings, 3.5, I think. So yeah, 3.5, 3.5 times the size of the box away from my box is where I want those stop losses set. So yeah, Hans, I think everyone's been there. I mean, hey, when I was learning, I blew many accounts. Not many, but I blew a couple of accounts from doing stupid things that I would never do now. But I would never do them because I know that I now know it's stupid, because it's put me in bad situations before. So big believer in learning from mistakes. Please go to the demo, make as many mistakes as you possibly can. Try and find a way out of those difficult situations. And the more that you practice finding a way out of those situations, the more experience you'll gain, and the easier it will be by the time you put it into practice with real money. It'll be exactly the same. Okay, so here we coming up into profit now on the Nasdaq. Tell you what, we can probably come out with a manual exit here. Oh, jumped up just at that same time. So there's our next trade, all-time high at the big number on the Nasdaq here. So what's that? 14,800. And gold is also coming up slowly. Okay. Over here. Lost track of it then. And here we come for the next close. So for the usual faces, or the usual names at least, inside the power hour, how are we getting on so far today? Anyone got any percentages they want to share? Usually get some people. Or the new faces, if you would also like to share, please feel free. Nice, Mike. Yeah, so very, very good drop here. I knew it was going to be coming down at some point today. Wasn't sure exactly when, but I knew it was going to be coming down towards the bottom side. Would have been absolutely astronomical profits if I extended it down here, but that's not important. So nice work, Mike. Thank you, Joachim. Have a nice evening. Hope you enjoyed it. And Mato. Nice. Nice work, Hakeem. Glad you enjoyed it. So we've still got a couple more trades that we're waiting to close, and then these will probably be the last of them. So, I mean, fourth trade here, we can always look at a hedge on this. If we come over to here, first trade in, we can always close that if we really want to. And also here, first trade in, we can always close that one if we would like to. Also, where's this? So this is our long-term trade. So this is our take profit all the way up here. So very high point of support resistance. Very clear as well for those of you here. So very clear support, resistance, support, breakdown, resistance, 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 and then again support, support. Looking for another bump up towards that area. We'll call it a yearly pivot, shall we? See, it's right there. So that's us out of the Dow Jones trade here. I'm not going to make another trade, but please feel free if you would like to. Great follow box there. And here comes the Nasdaq thundering down. So almost down towards that take profit there. Unfortunately, gold is also following suit. So two active trades. Shame, shame. So we just had that last. Tell you what, I'm going to close this one manually. We'll take the 15. Over here on gold. Tell you what, we'll look at, let's take a look at the economic calendar quick for tomorrow. 5 job openings, that's at 4. Over here, national jobless claims, crude oil exchange. Over here. We'll leave it open for 9 minutes until 4:30, and then we'll decide what we do with it then. Hedge it or. Thank you very much, Christian. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm very glad you finally got the chance. I hope it lived up to its expectations. Sorry that my German is not good enough. Otherwise, maybe I would be doing more in the German side, but yes, it's difficult. Yes, definitely, Hans. Well, I am English, so I hope it's clear. But it's very internationalized. So my friends back in England say that I don't sound English anymore. That I sound like a Auslander in England. Thanks, Doro. Wow. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to hedge this position. And then what I'm going to do on top of that, I've got this long-term trade. I'm going to close it at 50 euro profit. That was on the daily. Was a long-term trade, but I would rather come out of it. Knowing my luck now, tomorrow morning we're going to get back to work and it would have climbed 50 points and it would have been at that original take profit. I'm even going to line that up right here just so it's going to remind me in the morning. Yes, so that is it for us today. Quick recap on the Vola box. So a total of 15 trades closed, staggering 969 euros and 13 cents profit. That's 3.35%. That is huge gains, not normal. So please stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot more every day for everyone currently watching through the live stream channels. Thank you very much for joining. And of course, a big thank you. A big thank you to everyone currently or everyone inside of our live trading room, to all of our members for joining. And we'll be back again, same time, same place tomorrow. Please be there. Have a good evening, good night, God bless, and we'll see each other tomorrow. So thank you.